roll the baseball down the ramp that triggers the boxing glove that pushes the bowling ball that strikes the teeter-totter that launches the tennis ball that bounces off the trampoline and powers the bellows to bend the mill, to crank the gears, to spring the toy, that sends the basketball down the drain pipe, off the pinball bumper, flipping on the beam that travels through the glass that lights the fuse that fires the cannon. Welcome to the incredible machine.
Give that lady some water.
Oh.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, man, she seems impressed with the machine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, sorry, I was just really enjoying our intro song there. It's hard for me to turn it off.
Jamming. I kind of like was zoned out. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, hi.
What if that YouTube channel's still up that still stole it and does retro content? And it's called like
That's amazing.
the Play Retro Show or something like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Hey, copying is the greatest form of flattery or whatever it is.
No, it ain't.
Imitation. That's what I meant. Hey, everybody.
Imitation.
Welcome to Play Retro. I'm one of your hosts, Scott Johnson, the real Play Retro, not that other fake YouTube one. And I have some marbles that I need to get from here to way, way down there. Oh. Yeah, by bouncing off a ton of things and also my Goldberg itches. What a rube. Anyway, make it work.
Make it work. Press the start button. And I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway, and I am the professor of overcomplicating things. Now hand me that blender, that bowling ball, and that tiny mouse in a cage. I'm about to make myself the most well-earned cup of coffee Rube Goldberg machine can make.
Yeah, man. Ruby Rube. Let's gonna do some research. We're gonna do some research on Rube Goldberg himself and what happened to him.
Oh, absolutely. So Rube Goldberg. So I used to do a podcast called Comics Coast to Coast, where I interviewed a bunch of cartoonists, and I did a bunch of deep dives into like people like George Harriman of iWorks, and also Rube Goldberg, who was early 1900s cartoonist, and he made those machines like you saw, where you probably saw in Bugs Bunny cartoons or other cartoons of that era, where someone makes a complicated machine to perform a simple task, and usually accompanied by some fun jaunty music. And so that's exactly what he did lots of times in his comics, was made all these overly complicated machines. That's why we call them Rube Goldberg machines.
I did not know he was a cartoonist. This is news to me. Jeez.
Yeah, and so the thing that got the comic thing that is the inventions of Professor Lucifer Gorgonzola Butts.
That was his name?
That was the name of the comic.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a real mouthful, but I like it. I'm not going to turn that down,
Right. Have you ever went back and read like Crazy Cat and all that stuff?
Some of that old stuff,
got
sure.
into Winston stuff and all. No, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I like the old days. The old days are cool. They have a place in history, man.
Yeah. But Rube Goldberg, there you go.
He's a real device, if you know what I'm saying.
He's a real machine.
But we're going to talk about a game that is inspired directly by the Rube Goldberg devices of yore, and that is The Incredible Machine. But we'll get to that in a minute, because before we do, I wanted to tell you a couple of things. Number one, have you seen this new Ayaneo? I don't know how you say their damn name. Do you know their name?
I always say, like you said.
Okay, well then
I split it in between Aya Neo, because I'm assuming that the Neo Neo is supposed to be new in Aya 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 Neo.
And I have one of their things. It's right here. I just don't know how to say it, but this is the DMG. This one here.
The DMG, the darn mighty gaming machine.
That's right. And this one is cool, but they're launching what may be your best hope, says Gizmodo, to relive the Nintendo DS glory days. They have several dual screen handhelds, but this is the one that they're looking at.
I've heard also this cheaper before.
I have too. Let's see. Did they give I think they gave a price. Did they give a price? They said something.
They're not typically super inexpensive, so
okay. The Flip 1S DS is an astronomical $1,300.
Yeah.
I would not buy that one.
They're not known for being on the cheap side.
2 OLED screens, though. That's pretty cool.
Why not just take your old DS and get some IPS screens and mod that thing? I'm just saying. But we know, hey, whatever. If you got the money, do it.
You could also get an M4 MacBook Air and freaking emulate all this stuff on it and have a good business machine to have around.
It's hard to look. I appreciate what they're doing, because the low end of the handheld market is full of inexpensive machines. Why try to squeeze in there when you can go a little higher, right?
Yeah.
Try out that level. See who's buying at that level. Some people will pay for something only if it's at a certain level.
Yeah.
Those people have more money than me.
Yeah. Those people are
But they
Saudi princes, but other than that,
Right.
we're nothing alike.
Yeah.
I don't know about this thing.
Swimming around in their infinity pools.
It's
Yeah,
pretty,
I got you.
though. Look at that.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a good-looking device, and I'm sure it'll emulate the hell out of your DS content, but
Yep.
don't tell Nintendo.
I'm curious how. Yeah, I am curious about how the upper end handheld markets do, because like the low end, typically has come straight in from China with questionable memory card or game cards, SSD cards, with who knows how those ROMs got on there, and then. This is a little more higher profile. Do you just steal ROMs from someplace and stick those on there, or do you say just get your own ROMs, man?
I think they don't give you any ROMs with these. This one shipped. This device here,
I don't understand.
Shipped with none. You have to do it all. So
yeah, I don't understand why there's so many great projects out there that would be so happy to. I mean, there's software out there that makes new games. I mean, I would just put a bunch of new cool stuff on there and tie in with somebody, like that Grimace birthday thing they did a while back. There's no reason why you can't like try to wheel and deal with some of those people. You may not be able to get Nintendo on board, but you could,
Was wait, the Grimace was McDonald's on board with the Grimace game? What was the Grimace game?
I don't know if he started. I'm trying to remember the story now, but yeah, do you remember? You don't remember the downloadable
deal
Grimace? Oh yeah, so it was a downloadable Grimace game for his birthday. That you could play on a real handheld, or you could play it through emulation. And that's when I started kind of going down that rabbit hole because it was so much freaking fun. It was a really fun game. Short,
deep hole,
but fun.
Oh, it is fun, is it? I didn't try.
Oh, I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not usually a big fan of the fast food tie-in games, but
no, I thought you were going to say not a big fan of Grimace. I was going to say, is there a story there? Did you get?
Well,
Did Grimace chase you when you were?
Isn't he a taste bud or some stupid thing like that?
I think you're right. I think he was a taste bud. Ugh. I think that is exactly what he was.
It's freaking foul, man.
Right.
Giant purple taste bud? That's effed.
So if he licks you, is it like weird? Or what if you lick him?
Then
what happens?
It's your own problem and you better say your prayers. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think anything coming out of his mouth is right. I don't think anything's good. His uncle, what was his uncle? O'Grimacy? Uncle O'Grimacy.
Uncle O'Grimacy.
Do you remember that? He had the shamrock shake and everything.
I do. I forgot about that.
It's so bad. And he's just walking around doing all these like Irish things. Like, I can't even think of them all, but it's the most stereotypic freaking thing. It's awful stuff in the 80s. Also, other quick, really important thing. If you are coming or planning on coming or even thinking about coming to next year's Nerdtacular revival. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Some of you longtime listeners won't know what it is. If you don't, I ran an event for years. Whoops, this is not the right page. That's Gizmodo. I ran an event for years called Nerdtacular. It started in 2007, and it ran till 2017. It was a full 10-year run. Took a bunch of time off from it. The pandemic was supposed to be around the time we were going to bring one back, and then that happened, obviously, and then we're just now getting around to it again. I'm going to do one in 2026. What I need, though, is for people who might be coming, even if you're not coming. Hold on, this thing's wrong. There we go. Even if, what the hell, man? Come on, window. Hold on. There.
Nailed it.
Sorry, everybody. What I want you to do is go take this survey. There's a quick little survey up at frogpants.com/Nerdtacular. That's the full URL. Frogpants.com/Nerdtacular. It'll take you to the Nerdtacular page where you'll see some nice video playing in the background, a little shot of the 2015 crowd. Down here, though, it'll ask you a bunch of little questions like, are you planning on coming? What kinds of things do you want to see there? What would hold you back if you couldn't come? You coming from the outside of the U.S. or the local area or other parts of the U.S.? Those kinds of questions. There's also a ton of photos of years prior. Oh. Look at Chris Metzen hanging out with pro wrestler Joey Image there.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find it. There's one of you in here somewhere. There's Veronica Belmont. Looking all Veronica. My sister Wendy, she was there. Jury and
Young Man Johnson.
Yep, Tom Merritt kissing the head of Brian Ibbett. I had long hair that year. That was fun. There's more Metzen. There's Oh, there's our old pal Jeff Kanata hanging out and asking questions. Anyway, it was really, really fun. We loved doing it. And there's Randy. There's Brian in his hat.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you go fill out this form, it'll help me a lot when I have to go meet with all the venue people and all that stuff. We're doing this in the heart of beautiful downtown Salt Lake City. I can't wait for so many people to come see why I love this city and then immediately forget it and not make our housing prices go up and immediately go home and fly away.
Do you have to give them like a Jedi mind trick on the way out, or you just flash them like MIB?
Beep! Just like that. And full Tommy Lee Jones style, though. I don't do it Will Smith style. Yeah. Will Smith does it like Jiggy,
you don't do a Big Willie style?
Yeah, I don't do a Big Willie style.
You don't get Jiggy. Okay, all right.
But anyway, we want you guys there, and we also just want to hear from you. So even if you're not going, I'd love to have some of this data. None of this is like used for anything. We're not using it to sell your info. You don't even have to leave your email. Just quick info, fill it out, click a bunch of buttons, and you're set. Again, that is Nerdtacular. I was going to say one of the cool things will be hopefully some kind of live Play Retro or some other retro content. We don't know. We're working on all those things. Like, what does the day look like? We don't know yet. But
if Brian comes, there's going to be some retro. I'm going to bring.
Oh, hell yeah!
You can just fill it.
Live film sack
right here.
Live, lots of things. Anyway, thank you all for that. Brian, what'd you get up to this week? What are you getting up to?
Oh, hi, Scott. Hi. I'm still getting all my stuff unpacked from when I went to the Southeast Game Expo. Why is it so hard to say? Southeast.
Yeah, sure.
I was drinking some of that coffee I was talking about from earlier, and I just wanted to share this little thing I picked up.
What is this?
What is this? It's a lamp. It is a lamp. And it's got so this is a Nintendo light gun, right? The Nintendo light gun.
Zapper, right?
Zapper, right? And they have it says Zapper on the side. And this individual, this artist, has painted it pink. Don't tell Nintendo. And then he attached it to this Kirby game down there at the bottom, there at Kirby.
Which game is that? Is it the pinball game?
This is Kirby Adventure.
Okay.
There is no cart inside of this. I was told that because when I walked up, I was like, "Oh, that is sick! I love that!" Because he had the original Zapper with Mario and Duck Hunt. There was like the orange. He had other stuff. He had all these different lights and things he had hooked up, and I was like, "Oh, that's sick!" And then I was like, immediately, I was like, "Oh, these weren't working when you did this, were they?
No.
They were ethically sourced, right?"
Of course.
And he's like, "Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course."
He was awful
being at a
quick.
retro game. Yeah, right. So I'm like, I don't believe
Hold on.
you.
Does that switch on the Zapper turn on the lamp? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I want that.
It has 3 levels.
I want that so bad. That's amazing.
Well, I met him. I'm assuming his wife, and I'm probably assuming incorrectly, but it was a very nice lady that looked like the same age as him, and they could have probably totally been together. The guy I got picked his card up is called Retro Fett Tech. So like Boba Fett, but with retro FETT Tech. And there is a QR code on the back. Let's see, Retro Fett Tech, Mike Daigle is what it is. There's a QR code. Zap that real quick and see if you can get there on the website. But he does sell these and more things that he's taken that were basically going to go to the landfill, and he has upcycled them to something cool to put by my bedside. I went with the pink one. I thought the pink one was the best. There's the gray one.
There's a gray one.
That's the classic.
So you can see classic. It's for the audio listeners only. It looks like the Zapper is up on its back end, mounted on top of a game cartridge. In this case, in this photo, it's a Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combo. Right. And then the tip of the gun is turned into a lamp, and then that switch has 3 different levels, right? You said 3?
Yep.
I think.
Yep, 3 levels.
Here's another one. He did one with the joystick fight stick. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's essentially lampified everything. Anything that is old tech that has been destroyed and was non-repairable, he puts it in there, man. He just he puts a light on it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. That's very cool. Yeah. So well done, Brian. You got yourself a catch there. Nice job.
I got myself a catch. I went with the pink. Like I said, he had a bunch of the black and gray ones and the orange and gray, but the fact that he painted this one, the pink just looked with Kirby.
Well, it's got to be pink because it's Kirby. What else are you gonna do?
what else you gonna do? And I'm like, yeah, I gotta take the pink. It's so unique.
Yeah, Kirby ain't green. He ain't blue.
Yeah, Kirby ain't green, man.
No.
Oh.
Well, there are some green Kirbys in games where everyone's a different Kirby, but it's usually multiplayer games.
Oh, everyone's a different Kirby.
Yep. At the end of the day, aren't we all just versions of a Kirby?
Aren't we just a Kirby?
Aren't we all just sucking in stuff and taking its power? Aren't we all doing that?
Somewhat. I mean, if you really think about it, because because that's what I do. I eat. I've got the powers and flatulence of a cow, and I eat cow often. I'm sorry for those who don't eat cow.
I am. He's top 3, maybe. Yeah, top 3 mascots for me. I love him.
Right. You take on the powers of a head of lettuce.
Oh yeah, when I eat that, yeah. Or if I eat like a corn dog, I got corn dog powers. Yeah.
Corn dog powers.
Makes you fart when you look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's great. I'm jealous of that thing, and I want it. Okay, what else is going on? That's it. We're going to talk about our game. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Shall we play a game?
Indeed, we shall. We're going to play a game this week called The Incredible Machine from 1993. This was a DOS game originally, although it ended up in other places. Think of it as a complex cause and effect chain reaction game where you kind of had to puzzle your way through getting objects and things to happen from one end to another. Sometimes it was just simply, let's get the final trigger to happen. Now you figure out all the ways to get the final trigger to happen. It's not always get a ball or a marble or whatever to the end. There are some things like that in there, but that's
one of the things the game does well. It slowly it was meant to be accessible by anyone, and so it slowly starts you in. So the first 21 puzzles in the original Tim, as I've been told, is the Incredible Machine.
That's
they call it Tim.
Okay. I like that. That's cool.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And so the first 20-something levels are just getting you prepared for how everything works, how all the different objects and gadgets along the way work. And so you do finish up a lot of things, and there's always a goal, and it's stated at the beginning of what you need to do. It's important to read. I got tricked a couple of times. I thought, I know what to do. And I start doing it, and I'm like, that's not what the instructions said to do at all. But you're right. Like, one of the first ones that most people remember is getting the basketball in the hoop. So you got like a scaffolding like you would see maybe like in like a Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. But it's like they're already pre-placed except for a few that you have to place yourself.
Right,
so,
right. A lot of it is already kind of running. Like if you look at, well, this is a credit screen, but let me skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So when you start, everything's in a still mode. There's nothing. There's a still shot. There's nothing moving, and you can assume there's gravity, and so you can hit the start button, and the gravity will move, and you can see what's gonna happen, and then you can start making your moves.
Yep. Yeah, and in some cases, it's very difficult, the thing you have to do. In other cases, it's deceptively simple. And sometimes it can really piss you off because you'll be like,
yes,
okay, what's my goal? Oh, I got to get this from here to there. Okay, cool. And you'll go well out of your way to make it happen. And it may even work still, but there was a way simpler way to do it, and you just missed it.
That's the thing that's part of the scoring. So there's a couple of ways you can look at the scoring. There's a countdown timer. So every time you're moving things on screen, it starts counting down.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. Is that backwards?
I think it's you have a bonus counter, and the more you move stuff around, meaning the longer it takes you to do setup, the shorter your bonus will be.
Exactly. Less your bonus will be.
Right. So don't think of it as a timer so much as, because I hate timers.
It's extra.
Timers can eat a poo.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to maximize bonus, then that's what this bonus thing's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's important because this didn't come. You didn't save your progress. Instead, it worked for some weird reason. This is a DOS game, and it does allow you to save like custom. You can make your own custom puzzles. It let you save that. But as far as the progress goes, it's password. So you'll get at the end, every time you finish one, it'll give you a password so you can come back to that one. It's 2 parts.
It's very console before the memory chips are in there, storage chips. Yeah, ROM, RAM,
because
business.
The ROM, RAM. It was the beginning was stuff like Sierra or Lake or just some random word that was usually related to Sierra because, hey, they're involved. And then the last part was like a number, which is some kind of hash that keeps your score and your bonus and everything stored up somewhere. So if you write that really long, convoluted password down, you can get back right to where you was at.
Sure. It reminds me a lot of the automation games of today. They're like, Factorios and stuff. They're not exactly, they're not puzzles per se, although there are some examples that are more puzzly based. But there's still this sense of like, did I do it right? Did I maximize my capability here? Should I move that and try that a different way? This game absolutely has that DNA in it. And I didn't realize it until now, because when I played this, I actually played the second one way back in the day. I never played this first one. Right. I think I don't know what I was busy doing, playing Doom or something. But I, playing this, I immediately went, oh my gosh, I'm having flashbacks of what? I couldn't think of what it made me feel like to play it modernly. And I went, I know what it is. It's me playing these automation games. And funny enough, me messing around with this made me immediately go hop into Dyson Sphere Program and play a bunch of that.
That's great.
Yeah. Like those games, I know they're not the same. We're not talking about these simple single page puzzles. Another one that it reminded me of is Cut the Rope. Remember that mobile game?
Oh, yes. I used to love Cut the Rope. That's a fun one.
Cut the Rope is basically this idea, except, with these freaking
This is
aliens
massively influential.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I mean, it touched so many kids' lives because it was an edutainment game. So a lot of kids were exposed to this at school.
Yeah. And literally they had this in class for a lot of kids.
Yeah, which makes sense because it's cause and effect, right? It's like how do you easily demonstrate that? Well, you can either set up a complex Rube Goldberg machine in your classroom, or you could just go, hey, go play some Incredible Machine.
Yeah, and if you had a cool teacher, he was making custom levels for class.
That would be even better.
Yeah.
Even if it does have a little bit of gunplay in it.
I heard there was a bit of that going on. This is after my time. I'm out of high school at this point by a few years.
Yeah.
But I like 5 or 6 or 7 years. Anyway, whatever it is.
Right.
But we didn't have it, and now I want it. This is also on Mac at the time. It wasn't just DOS. The Mac version, I think, was black and white. I think.
So it gets complicated. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so how I played this week was I purchased it off Good Old Games. It's not on sale right now. It's $10, and you get what it says you get is a mega pack, which is to imply that you get all the versions that were released up to a certain point. And where it read was you get 1, 2, and 3. I was like, cool. But actually what you get is you don't get the original Incredible Machine. What you get instead is even more Incredible Machine, which is just the first one with some add-ons. So you still get it. It's just not in its pure raw form, and you'll play it through DOSBox.
Yeah.
But like you said, Scott, they had that once you get to even more, it starts getting into different platforms, trying to get to everybody. Like the schools, not all schools had PCs; they had Macs.
Yeah,
right.
A lot of them did. A lot of Mac, classic ass Macs and stuff. Yeah,
you'd be foolish not to approach that in that era for edutainment.
Check this out. You had 75 plus challenges using treadmill, mice, bowling balls, balloons, monkeys, lasers, whatever. All the normal stuff. Monkey lasers. And this thing featured 45 animated parts. This included animals, pipes, belts, fans, trampolines, and explosions. There's a freeform sandbox that lets you invert your own wild machines, like we said, or invent, not invert.
Or invert it.
Or invert it. You can turn them around, whatever you want to do. But the sandbox is where I really got funky with the second one, was just making the stupidest. I mean, literally, it's what you did as a kid, right? You put all your Hot Wheels tracks, and your mom gave you blocks, so you had blocks, and they used the steps, and then, hey, Mom, let me borrow half the living room for the, like, you did this as a kid anyway, physically, and now you could do it virtually, and it was awesome. Yeah. And it's inspired a ton of games now. Yeah.
Because kids are always asking what if, right?
Yeah.
And so this goes a long way towards that. What if I put this mouse here? How close does this mouse have to be to this cat to get that cat to get motivated?
Yeah.
And those are real things that happen in this game.
Yeah.
There's a mouse that can run away from a cat, and if he's close enough to the cat, he'll run. And there's a mouse. There's a standalone mouse, and there's a mouse that is inside of a wheel, right? Mm-hmm. And if you get close enough to the cat, that can be also a possible solution. So when you're dragging stuff around, it's all drag and drop. We mentioned that mouse is important here. This is 93. Mm-hmm. I know it's DOS, but get your 8.2 mouse driver ready. It's time.
It's not just key
drag and drop.
It's everything. You can't do this with keys. Okay.
You
You
you're
could,
right.
but it was ass. It was ass.
You can, and I had to do that the first night I played.
Oh, you poor sucker,
I
dude.
couldn't get because I was trying to do it authentic, right? You know, Brian. He's like, let's load it up in DOS 622 and see if we can get this thing to work with the cute mouse driver. And no, it didn't work.
Nope.
I had to choose between my Sound Blaster card and my mouse, and so I keyboarded it for a little bit, and that was just too painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was horrible.
I'm willing to say this. I don't know, was it that big of an admission?
Right.
But this game had more impact on me than I gave it credit for. I hadn't even given it any credit, I'll be honest. The kinds of games I gravitate toward are creative solution style games, not just puzzles. I'm not even that big on puzzles, generally speaking. But I like games where there's a physicality to it, and I get to choose what I'm going to put where and when. Mm-hmm. And if it works, it's because I'm a genius. It's so... I'm not a genius, but it makes you feel like one, right?
Yeah. You feel like
so
a sandbox
satisfying.
genius.
Yeah, it's satisfying as hell. And I didn't realize it then, but this thing affects almost every purchasing choice I make now. If you tell me a game's got... You know what a good example of this is? And it's a weird thing to say, but Zelda Tears of the Kingdom... Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, to be full, is a bunch of this.
Yeah.
It's a ton of this. It's I got to get from here over there across the chasm. Well, I got a rope and this thing and this ball and this rock. Okay, well, how am I going to do it? Like these elements that I'm attracted to in other games, I think it all came from this, man.
I think you're right. That's one of the reasons why I think I love physics types games. So, like, what was it, Trials? My God,
I love
the
Trials.
number of times I played Trials, a little motorcycle thing where it's like your side view, and you gotta make it jump in certain areas. It's got to have just the right amount of momentum, and you got to predict it. And
it was great until
really
Ubisoft got it and then quit making games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I think you're right. This game had a bigger impact because back in the day, I didn't think much about it. It was like, oh, look, puzzle solving. I'll play this for 5 minutes, 2 hours later. But I didn't really see it as being like having long-term content or something I would revisit a lot.
Yeah.
But it did set my expectations for game mechanics and how physics work in game mechanics.
Yeah, it opened up new doors I didn't realize had been opened. Honestly, truly, I did not get the impact. What's weird is by 93, it's a little late for your DOS games. Like
it actually was. So this takes on the idea of like edutainment usually does. It's like we got a great game idea, but you know
we got a lot of old hardware. Nobody's buying new computers.
Right. Originally, this was going to be a Commodore 64 game, and they ended up. Dynamix was working on a couple of different projects, and they decided to make a different game for the Commodore 64, and they still liked this idea, but they pushed it. So they had essentially one developer work on it over about 6 months. So, you know, kind of isolated. He's like, we have some ideas here of how to make this game. And they just executed it. So they had to keep it kind of simple, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry. They screwed it up really quickly. So if you're trying to play this now, in the last 6 months or so, if you're on a Windows 11 box, the Windows compatibility mode is no longer the same. It's changed. Now they have like this compatibility tool.
People are pretty mad about this.
Oh, they're totally mad at it, especially if you're buying games off Good Old Games. So if you get, I think part 2, you get the Windows version instead of because I think it was a DOS version and a Windows version and a 3DO, or was that this one? 3DO had a version too, and it's a lot different. It's pretty cool though. Did you see it?
No, I never saw a 3DO version of this. No.
Well, I have to
look it up.
I meant to link that. Because the graphics are different. Same idea though. Same puzzles too, as far as I could tell.
And it was still based on the first game?
Yes, it was still based. Like I said, it gets really confusing with the namings because 3 doesn't actually exist. 3 is really just 2, but is the Windows version. So there's TIM 2 for DOS and Mac.
Yeah.
And I want to say the 3DO, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then there's
this is the 3DO version I'm looking at here.
And then 3 is actually 2 on Windows.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm looking
Yeah.
at the 3DO video. I don't remember this being out on this at all, but clearly he's using a D-pad here to move shit around.
Yeah. So
Very
the
slowly.
The interface is different. The graphics are different, but the idea and some of the puzzles are the same as well. You still got to fire off rockets and. Still got to get. I think the first puzzle is still like the basketball one that everyone remembers.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I didn't know they'd gotten that far with it.
It's insane looking.
Yeah. This is Sierra Online at their height, putting out games left and right. I didn't mean to rhyme that.
Oh, I get rhymed. I like that.
Didn't mean it to.
You know what
but,
was?
Yeah.
I really wish I could have. I wanted to find a copy of this big box. And I was hoping I could find one. I can't find anything that's reasonable big box with the manual because the manual is fun.
Really?
Because it talks about there's this Professor Tim, I think what they call him in the second one.
Yeah.
The first one, I don't know if his name is Professor Tim or not.
The second one definitely is Professor Tim, and it is definitely a look for the era. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it looked like Hey Arnold. So
It totally does, dude.
So in the first one, though, you get this nice manual, and it's got copy protection on it. So you got it's 3 images at the bottom of each page, and you have to.
We did another game like that here. Was that King's Quest or something? Use that or somebody?
I think it is. Well, which makes sense because
there he is. Look at this stupid-looking guy. Oh, the art! It is such a thing of its time, dude. This is from 2. Those in the chat.
Yeah, and you get. If you got the right version, you would get the voice work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, I bet we can hear some of that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if he'll talk. I want to hear him talk. Come on.
Oh, I love the clapping. The clapping is great.
Incredible Machine much better.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Professor Tim. Welcome to the Incredible Machine 2.
Okay. Yeah, he's a yapper for sure.
Yeah, he's a yapper. He does talk. I love those clapping hands, though. Clap, clap your hands.
It's pretty great. Oh, getting credits early on. People love when you get early credits.
Yeah.
2, I thought 2 is a huge improvement, but I'm biased because I played 2 first. I never played 1 back in the day. So I played 2 back in the day, and then picking them all up, I went, oh, I like this new one better.
I never played 2. I never played 2 at all. So
2's great. Did you play it this week?
I did play it this week.
What'd you think of it compared to 1?
I liked it. I wish I could have played the head-to-head thing.
Yeah, modem. You can do modem or local on that one. So I'm pretty sure me at this office I worked at, I think we did it over our LAN. I think.
It's hilarious because if you go to the control panel, I think this is the one. No, that might have been last week. I remember that during this time when you would say you're going to do either modem or this, you had all kinds of options like IPX, TCP, just direct, connect. There was all kinds of options for that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're back again, except this time we've got a character. His name is literally Professor Tim, and he's guiding you through. You got your tutorial area worth of puzzles that teach you all the mechanics.
You got your Photoshop version 2 shiny button bullshit UI.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. It does not hold up in my opinion. Like right there, like that isn't. Nobody's ever going to look back on that and go, "Oh, I'm so glad we had all that."
Oh, that's
Chrome.
That's so delicious. But I would tell you, they went with the neon more in this one. It's showing you where they're actually going because they're going to end up somewhere very shortly. And this was just one more step in their.
They got rid of the bonus
form.
counter though. Done.
They did, which I was kind of glad because I didn't even after playing as much as I did this past week and streaming it online and having other people watch, and I skimmed through the manual.
Yeah.
I still don't know what that second bonus counter is for. There's the first bonus counter that looks like it's counting down. So it looks like it's based on how fast you complete it.
All right.
I don't know what the other one is. I'm like, is it because you don't have to use all the pieces? Did we talk about that already? You don't have to always use all the pieces.
In fact, it's part of the game is you wondering if I need to.
Right. Am I min-maxing this?
Yeah,
right?
you're trying to, and you got bonuses for using less in the first one. I don't know about the second one because the bonus system kind of went away. It was just more.
I don't know if you did or not because I did that a bunch of times, and maybe it doesn't apply to all the ones that were made. But I kept going like, okay, use fewer pieces that time. I should get a little extra bonus there, and the bonus counter was still the same. I'm like, all right, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It's a little confusing, which is probably why they got rid of it. to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the second one a lot. That's the one I played the most back then. I played more of it this time. I like it quite a bit. And I think
were you playing this on a Windows machine, or do you remember if it
Windows machine playing the version? Where did I get that version? It must have been GOG.
Probably.
But I haven't updated Windows, so I don't know if I'm running with that issue you mentioned earlier or not.
I actually, to play it, what I had to do, since the Good Old Games version, this one is not DOSBox. It is Windows versus, is it 3? I think they call
Windows
it 3.
3.1 or whatever it is.
No, I call it. The game is called 3.
Gotcha, I understand.
So this is so the version they have is called 3. They don't have 2 on the Good Old Games version. Once again, there is no 1 or 2. It's confusing in the Good Old Games, but you still get access to all the games. They just may be inside something that you don't expect.
Right.
So that alone took a little bit of understanding. So what I did with mine was I kicked on a 86 box Windows 98 SE machine and just copied the files over, and it played perfectly fine.
So Professor Tim is named after the acronym of the Incredible Machine, TIM.
Incredible Machine.
All right.
Right.
So Tim is really, he's Professor Tim in Tim, too.
And it took me way too long to figure that out.
I just did. I just now did.
Yeah.
That's how long it took me. We're literally doing the show, and it just occurred to me.
No.
I feel stupid. But it's, whatever. It's fine. Do the wordplay, Sierra. We don't care. Do what you got to do.
It's fine. I like it. And the puzzles, we had lasers this time, I think. We didn't have lasers in the first one.
No lasers. You also didn't have toasters, and this one has copious use cases of toasters.
Yes, I do like the toasters.
I like a toaster. Yep.
Yeah, so you get to like point lasers and mirrors, which means you can like create your own minefield essentially of trying to cross lasers with things.
There's some right now. He's doing mirrors, lining them up with the blue, green, red lasers. Yeah. This stuff it's a more complicated game than the first game. The first game was a lot of easy to recognize, more educational, like we talked about. It's like, we're not trying to fool these kids. We're just trying to teach them principles. Mm-hmm. This one is more like, yo, you a big puzzle player? You like playing video games? We're going to play video games.
Yep. You want a blender?
Yeah.
We got blenders.
We got toasters. We got monkeys again. Actually, I don't think there's a monkey in this one. I couldn't see it.
I think there actually is monkeys.
Is there?
Is this the monkey? Yeah, I think this one has monkeys that are on bicycles, or maybe you might be right.
First game definitely had bikes. The unicycle guy, yeah. I ran into that.
It's actually an exercise bike, because I thought that too. Because I thought,
wait,
if you look
really?
at some of the graphics, if you look at the graphics, you're like, these graphics make no sense. So it's like a monkey on a stationary bike, so it's got a wheel in the front, and he has a mini blind attached to his head, and there's a banana on the other side of the mini blind, and you have to attach a string to that to attach to something that's going to pull it, so that he then sees the banana. So then he starts pedaling, so that then you can connect a belt to the monkey's stationary bike, so that you can power something.
Just like real life, everything you described.
Just like real life.
Yeah, I mean, half the fun of these games are doing things that are physics conscious, but aren't exactly realistic to any real world application.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, make it crazy. You're never getting 4 cats to do anything together, right? These cats are all hating your guts, but
they're all mad at each other.
But you have to live by the physics and the laws of physics and the rules of physics, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Although he's failing to get the final cat into the pit.
I love this because they are some really interesting things in how the cats have almost like a
behaviors.
A behavior, like enemy behavior. So like, if you play in a game and an enemy may like go around in one particular loop, the cats do the same thing. If they get scared, they arch their back, and then you have to wait for them to complete their animation cycle. Dark Souls is what it is, really is.
The only bullshit about them, though, is that when they fall off an edge, They fall
Yeah.
upside down and not feet up like a real cat
Yeah.
would. That's
Like
some,
a real
that's
cat.
some bullshit there. Oh, there's a monkey. They have baboons. That's right.
Oh, okay. Oh, but it's the same thing. It's the now instead of using the slotted mini blinds, they went with the more hilarious pull style that flaps at the top. Flap, 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 flap,
Yeah.
flap, flap, flap.
You know what? This game's great, dude. This series is great. I know a lot of people have been waiting for us to cover this. I'm so glad we did. I was in the mood for this, and I didn't know it.
Yep.
And now I'm in the mood for more. And so now I'm playing games that are clearly, they owe something to this series.
Yes.
No one mentions it anymore, but they owe something. Oh my gosh, these people getting eaten by those alligators. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually a thing. I thought
I didn't get that far. I don't think. I must.
Yeah, I
have,
didn't read the instructions. And when I got to one of the first things with so there's one part of the second one. Is it in the first one in the even more part? It gets really blurry. There's you have a bunch of
it's weird.
You have a bunch of characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think his name is Mel, and he's like a little human character, but he's like a lemming, and he'll go in one direction unless you set up something that will,
send him the other way. He's like a lemming, basically.
He's a lemming is what he is.
Yeah.
And I thought, in the way when I first ran into him, I was like, oh, cool. I've got to get him to his house at the bottom of this single screen because, it's laid out like a platform. And I'm like, okay, so I got to get him past all the alligators. So I went through all the setup to get him all past the alligators. And then it said I lost. I'm like, what are you talking about? I got him. I got him there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back and read the instructions and said, no, you got to feed the alligators. I'm like, oh, one male per alligator. I got you. So I had to divert them.
This just hit me while you were explaining that. There's a brand new game on, is it called Peak on Steam? It's kind of the hot.
Peak is great.
It's the hot new meme game right now.
Yeah.
As Bo would put it. Let's see, hiking to box Elder Peak.
We need to yell at each other to get so we can multiplayer.
Let's see if I can find the damn thing. Yeah, here it is. It's reviewing extremely well. People really like it.
Yeah.
I'll put it up for people to see.
My kids have been playing it. My kids are hilarious because I'm like, what are you guys doing? I hear them screaming. I'm like, oh, never mind what you're doing. You're playing Peak.
Well, and all their friends are, all the streamers are playing it. It's like just this big streamy game. But it's doing really well, and it's reviewed really well, and it's pretty cheap. It's $8 is all.
Yeah.
But anyway, this strikes me because the whole idea of this is you're cooperating to get to the top of a mountain. And sometimes you're just falling off shit because it's slippery. You need to put a hand up to help somebody. Right. You got to truly cooperate to try to survive this. And it's kind of hilarious how stuff goes bad. But there's a quality to this that reminds me of these Incredible Machine games where you've got to get creative and really think about what you just did. And that rope isn't right. And I can try it. Oh, shit, you died. All right, well, let's try it a different way. Like that trial and error, get there somehow, laugh while we're doing it. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of games use these principles just under the hood. You just don't think about it until you play a game like The Incredible Machine.
Oh yeah, agreed.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like you said. These games make you feel like geniuses because there's a small amount of puzzle solving, and it's like they do lead you along the way a little bit, right? They give you some clues here and there, which is kind of tough. That goes to the credit of the level designers. Who are making each one of these levels, who probably use the same tool, which I always love when somebody includes. I love when a game includes almost like either the tool they used or a tool similar to what they would use to develop your own.
Yeah.
Your own. So it gives you infinite playability, right? Even if you finish, I think 50 or so puzzles, 60, 70, what do we say?
70, 150 in 2, 75 in the first one, I think.
In the first one. Yeah. So you got plenty more that you can make on your own.
Yeah.
Challenge your friends. Put it on a floppy disk.
Well, if you installed the Incredible Machine Tune Machine, or the Incredible Tune Machine, I should say.
Yeah.
You got cartoon-style spin-off characters, including Sid and Al, the Sid and Al Incredible Tunes characters, Remember them? No, I don't either.
So, yeah, you know how long it took me? So this game, this whole series is full of puns. Is Sid E. Mouse and Al Lee Cat.
Yeah. Some 90s ass animation, I can tell you that.
Oh, man, it is 100%... '90s animation, and it's the natural progression because it kept getting more cartoony. And by the time they got to the Incredible Toon Machine, it was just 100% cartoony. The animation was hilarious.
Yeah,
you were killing them.
Yeah,
for some reason, I guess
it was not. Yeah, you were always trying to kill them, right?
Right.
Like you, Itchy and Scratchy style. They're supposed to end up dead. I didn't play this one this time, but I watched a bunch of video. It seems fine.
I played it.
It's more kids. It's for kids and for little. It's for your 10-year-old kid named Billy who just wants to laugh at destruction. It's fine.
Well received when it first came out. I think this one does not hold up as good as the others, or as well as the others. Oh, which is, I don't know what she is. I think this one's not as good.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine. If this was your favorite, that's fine. I just personally found the cartooning stuff, while I did enjoy it, I didn't enjoy it getting in my way of my puzzle solving.
Yeah, it gets real repetitive, and you can't skip a lot of it.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stuck with it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I get it.
It's fine. It's not. I'm not going to poo-poo shit this thing. Somebody somewhere went, it was mine when I was a kid. We're with you, buddy. Yeah. We get it.
Yeah.
I just don't think this holds up to the previous games. Or even the Incredible Machine, even more contraptions. We're just going to mention this one, but in 2001, there was more. And it was, let's see if we can skip ahead here a little bit.
You need more.
It basically reminded me of high-res version of 2, but with a lot more stuff. 250 plus puzzles.
Yeah.
And you could online share stuff, which in 2001 was a big whoop kind of right then, right?
Yeah. They didn't change the formula. We're still, screen to screen, figure out what this thing does, that thing does, and,
still some really ugly Photoshop assisted UI choices. Man. So ugly, dude. Look at these buttons. I hate them.
Oh yeah. Those are fantastic.
No, they're bad.
Those are great.
They're bad.
What are you talking about? Look at that. Look at how that it looks like it looks like it's got shadows on it, man.
It's just so bad. I mean, I know that was the thing. We were into it. We liked the skeuomorphism. I think we just had to pull back a little bit. That's all. Yeah, I also don't love the fully flat thing we're doing these days. I wish it was a little bit more mixed, but this, bad.
This is why we went fully flat, because we went all in at some point.
We're like, too much.
Yeah, everything needs to be a bubble. Make it a bubble.
It's partially Apple's fault because they did a lot of skeuomorphism early on the iPhone.
Yep. Yeah.
People got tired of that. Everything went flat. What about on iOS 17? No, that's too new. iOS 7 maybe? It was something like that. Yeah. And it was like, whoa, flat.
Whoa, flat.
I think we're going back. We're going to meet in the middle. A little skeuomorphism, little flat design. We're good.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But thank you, Kevin Ryan and Jeff Tennell.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
I love Jeff Tennell's. You'll definitely associate Jeff Tennell Productions, because he was executive producer, because his little fry guy comes out at the beginning of most of these.
Oh, right, the little load guy. Yeah, at the bottom.
Yeah.
He was also famous. He was the singer for the Captain and Tennell.
Captain and Tennell.
Terrible joke. Only people of a certain age are going to get that joke anyway.
Yeah.
And we're barely of the age where we get it.
Barely.
That was my mom's band.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about games you can play today that are a lot like it. Back in 2014, some of the original devs came out with a game called Contraption Maker, and it is considered to be like the spiritual successor. And it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's also very 2014 in some ways. Like, it's been some years now. We're 11 years ago. Not bad, but okay. I personally recommend Crazy Machines 3. Really good game on Steam.
What about 1 and 2? Not so much.
I didn't play 1 and 2, so I can't speak to them. I assume 3 is, the culmination of all the things they've learned. I don't know that for sure. The other one is Contraption Maker. And if you're looking for something that's a lot like this, but it's not exactly presented the same way, and it's more of a 3D experience, the game Besiege is really good, because you're basically building like crazy contraptions and vehicles with limited numbers of things you can add to it to try to take down walls or other objectives. Besiege is great. Freaking great game.
Yeah. But if you're still into the original stuff, you can head over to Good Old Games. You can pick up the Incredible Machine Mega Pack. You can, of course, play this with real hardware and emulation if you're bad A.
If you're a nerd.
Or you can also, if you're just super lazy and just want to go to archive.org, you can play it right in your browser.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have a browser. Oh,
flavor.
that's what I did with one this week because I couldn't get one to run.
Yeah, and even with I love good old games, and I always support getting my stuff from good old games when I can. But I'll be honest with you, the way this bundle is put together, the Mega Pack, if you're trying to pursue the Rube Goldberg of releases, it's like they give you something, but it's not exactly if you want that nostalgia pump, you're like, oh, this is not quite how I did it. Even though it kind of is. It's close. Yeah. It's not bad. It's good that they're offering it.
Yeah. But I like that they offer it. It'd be nice if it was
for those purists out there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this, but I've been messing around with some I wanted to check in on the whole wine emulation scene, kind of where all that stuff is these days. And there's an app for Mac called Crossover, and they've been working on this for years. Oh, and I just thought I should check in on that, see how it does with the Silicon Macs, and how well it runs Windows content and that sort of thing. I'm kind of blown away how good it is.
Oh,
and I'm sure it's a combination of these pretty powerful ARM chips, but also just that thing's come a long way, and I can run anything in Steam on it. It's amazing.
I can run anything.
Maybe that's why that's how people are playing stuff on their Macs. I don't know.
I hope so, because the way I tried to do it back in, what was it, 2021 or 2019? I tried Parallels, and it's like, oh, cool, I can run my stuff in here. And I bought this nice big iMac, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna play some. We're gonna record on one side, produce our stuff on one side, then we're gonna hop over and play some video games. And it's like, hey, you can't have access to the video hardware. Sorry.
Yeah,
but it's got this nice beefy video hardware. It's too bad.
Yeah,
can't use it.
None of that stuff's. I think Parallel's still happening, but I haven't run into any of those issues. The nice thing about it too is it runs them. I don't have to run some separate window that's like a Windows environment.
Right. It's
just translating. It does it like Proton does for Steam Deck and Windows games through Steam on Linux devices. Same kind of layer, and performs just way better than I expected.
Yeah.
Just really, really good. Anyway, and your mileage may vary. You need to have one of the Silicon Max M1 or greater. This is an M1 Max or M1 Plus Max or whatever the hell they're called.
Well, Plus Max, wow.
Which performs roughly at the base level of an M4, which sounds crazy, but that's just the way these chips are architected.
We'll never need more than that.
Yeah. So if you have an M4, you should be fine. M2s are fine. Like any of the M series are fine. And it's called Crossover. It's $76. That may sound like a lot, but if you're like, hey, I can move all my stuff over, it might be worth it. It's also got a 14-day free trial, so no reason not to try
I like this.
Yeah.
Now, $86, if you've heard me talk about it a million times, there's a new version dropping, I think, in about 8 days, I believe. So I'm pretty excited to see what new things they've got going on. But I run a lot of my DOS, my 311, Windows 95, 98.
Oh, I thought you meant the band.
Amber
is the color of my energy.
I said 3.11. Is that better?
Whoa. Something with the thing and the other three.
Something. Whoa.
I like them. They have they have really great new music.
I heard a couple of years ago they dropped an album, and I listened to it for a little bit, and I enjoyed it, and I forget what I got.
Their recent stuff kicks ass. It's all good.
Yeah,
I don't know why people sleep on that band. They're great.
Oh, Chevelle's got some new stuff too. Oh, I'm loving the new Chevelle stuff.
My friend Dan had a Chevelle in high school, the Chevy Chevelle.
Oh, yeah, I love the Chevelle. I had a friend
No,
Chevelle
sorry, his was a Chevette. His was a Chevette.
No, that is a big difference.
Yeah.
The Chevette and a Chevelle are some very different cars.
Yeah, the Chevette was garbage. He used to tell girls that he wanted a date that he drove a Vet.
No, hilarious.
Shut up, Dan.
That's even worse.
He's kind of a pud now.
But I guess what choice would you have?
None. Really none.
Yeah. None.
Well, there you go. We're going to play a game of our own devising, a game we call Guess My Game, and it goes like this.
Destroy it.
This game is a game about playing a little bit of old audio from an old game. We give the platform and year, and then each of us have 4 answers to choose from in our multiple choice questions about what game we think it is. Brian, I'm going to start with me and a game I found on the GBA in the year 2001.
Ooh.
Here's your sound. It does sound like that. All right, you get the idea. Here are your options. Is that A, Guru Logic Champ? These are all real, by the way.
Okay, they're all real.
Yep.
For the Game Boy Advance,
Yep.
released in 2001. Is that all true?
That's all true. A,
All right.
Guru Logic Champ. B, Car Battler Joe.
Car Battler Joe.
C, Racing Gears Advance. Or D, Ninja 5.0. I'll give you those one more time. Guru Logic Champ, Car Battler Joe, Racing Gears Advance, or Ninja 5.0. You'll note none of those have Choplifter in the name.
But one of them does sound like a Vanilla Ice song.
Kind of, yeah.
Get on your Ninja 5.0.
That's right.
That's D. Guru Logic Champ. Well, that would make sense because if we were playing Tim this week, Car Battler Joe and C Racing Gears Advance. It's a Game Boy Advance game. Seems like everything was called Advance in that. So I'm going to go, man, that Car Battler Joe's fun, but I'm going to have to go with C. See me some Racing Gears Advance, please.
All right, let's find out. Is that the correct answer?
What was it?
Should have stayed with Car Battler Joe.
Oh, man, Car Battler Joe sounded so fake.
It's pretty fake.
CBJ.
It's pretty fake sounding, but it's actually pretty good. I would call it like Mad Max-ish. You upgrade your thing. Look at your little guy. Look at your 90s ass looking guy.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. Am I playing Pokemon?
Yeah, a little bit. And their body shadows are super glitchy. I don't know why. It's a weird thing that game did.
I do.
But
love
anyway,
Game Boy Advance,
this is the main play though. Right here is where you're always trying to deliver shit. So you got like this big rebar thing, and you're trying to get it across the wasteland. So you got like Mode 7 style driving. You shoot other cars, blow them up. Get gold while you're out there, and you got missions to do. It's actually a very cool game.
That is a way looking cool looking
Yeah,
game.
I would recommend this game.
Battler Joe. That just sounds like something Scott would make up on the fly.
Yeah, it does. It's like, hey, what are you playing over there? You got a little Car Battler Joe going on?
Good playing Zilla. You sound like me when I went and visited my boss's family this past weekend.
Yeah.
He has a 7-year-old, and he had a big book of Pokemon cards.
Oh gosh.
And I kept harassing him with, "Hey, let me see your Pokemon cards." And he was excited that somebody was interested in what he liked, but he was also very annoyed that I kept calling it Pokemon. He's like, "Why do you?"
I approve of this.
Pokemon?
What did you say the word birthday at all? Because that would have thrown him as well.
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't.
All right.
I totally forgot. I should have brought it up. Hey, when is your birthday?
Yeah.
what I should've
When's
said.
your birthday? I'll get you a
When's your
Pokemon
birthday?
card. Yeah.
I'll get you some Pokemon cards. Lovely. He's gonna grow up thinking that dude was serious.
I love it. I love it. Don't change, Brian.
Love it.
All right. Well, we're 0 to 0 still today.
Yeah.
Give me your platform and your year, and we'll see if I can't turn this around.
All right, I can't seem to get out to PC lately, so the platform is PC and the year is 1990.
1990. Here we go.
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Urquan. You are trespassing within Urquan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason.
Okay, I have ideas.
Good. I had to fade him out because he went on and on.
Oh yeah, that guy won't shut up.
Yeah, he won't shut up.
All right, what are my options?
All right, so we're on the PC 1990. Here are your options: A, Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday; B, Star Control 2; C, Lightspeed; or D, Space Rogue.
Okay. I lean toward B, Star Control 2, but I'm gonna Lightspeed, Space Rogue, and Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday. These are all games? Real games?
Yes, real games from 1990 for the PC. Beady.
All right. I lean Star Control 2 because it sounds like one of those screens where it would pop up and the alien guy would be like, "What are you doing here? You don't belong here." And then you have to negotiate with him. So I'm going to go with B, Star Control 2.
Okay, B, Star Control, not Beady Beady Beady.
Nope.
From Buck Rogers.
Hell no.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say then, ding, you got it, Star Control 2.
Oh, man, look at that. Hold on. Here we
Yeah,
go. That's
nailed
what
it.
I like to hear.
Bing.
Star Control 2, hell of a game. Real good stuff. It's ugly
Yeah,
as
look at
shit
that.
now. Look at that. Oof, so ugly.
Love it.
Whatever. The gameplay was great. It was, at the time, this was a mind-blowing video game. I wanted more like this. Good pick, man. Good pick.
Yeah.
Also, look
Lot
how
to cover,
fast I
Star
pulled that
Control
up.
2.
You impressed how fast I pulled that up?
Yeah, because you loved it.
It's not bad.
Because you was already sure you knew it. You're like, I know what Star Control is.
I didn't actually. I'm
Can't
just getting
fool
so
me.
good at this. I didn't even know. Or I didn't look it up till the answer. That's how fast I am.
Star Control 2, Lightspeed, Space Rogue, and Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday.
Yeah.
Not as good.
No.
Not as good as Star Control 2.
I don't know a thing about that Buck Rogers game. I assume it's based on the show, or is it based on the original like comics and stories and stuff?
Is that the D&D one? I remember
I
there
don't
was
think
one
so.
that was, I think that was early on. Let me see.
I don't actually
See,
know.
now I
this.
can't remember. I got to pull this one up. I can't remember.
Okay, I'm doing a
That's
quick
sexy.
look for
Look
it.
at that. Oh, that's good. I like that. You might have to play that one too. I think that is that. Oh, that looks
Here it
good.
is. Buck Rogers is one
Why
of
is
the
he
most
talking?
original space heroes in American science fiction. He debuted in 1928 in a novella titled Armageddon 2419 AD by Philip Francis Nolan. Became widely famous through comic strips, radio dramas, TV shows, and serial films. He was a World War I veteran who was trapped in a mine cave-in, and exposed to radioactive gas. He falls into a suspended animation and wakes up 500 years later in the year 2419. Now he is...
Or if you watch the TV show, he just kind of goes through a space thing,
Yeah.
warp tunnel, and it spins around, and then Aaron Gray comes up and goes, "You okay, Buck?"
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
But look at this. I sent you screenshots from the Genesis version. Is that George Washington? Space George Washington on the top left-hand side? I'm not sure.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah, it looks like it. I see some like TIE fighter looking things. I kind of want to play this as well. Dang it.
Let's zoom in here. Let's take a
Zoom
look.
in.
I think
Very-
that's Space George Washington.
Yeah, I can't tell. Yeah, maybe
Entered
so.
the
All right.
audience chamber. The Sun King sits before you on a golden throne. That's the Sun King?
We don't have kings around here. Get out of here.
Holy shit. That's wild. I love this, dude. This is great. I didn't know this game existed, so I learned a little something.
Yeah.
By the way, I kind of want to read the old novella, the 1923 thing, just to
Absolutely.
get my hands around it. I wonder if there was an irritating robot voiced by Mel Blanc.
Beady.
BDB. Book. All right. Well, the score today, 1-0 in favor of me. Sorry, Brian. That's just the way them cookies crumble. All right.
Well, I took a chance. I actually captured audio from part of the game that was just like the ship going.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like,
Probably
yeah, that's not
enough.
fair.
Probably not enough. Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate your fairness. Time to welcome something to retro. Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life on the GameCube turns 20 years old on July 26, 2005. So a couple of days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah.
It is one of those Harvest Moon games. Started on the SNES, I believe, is where they first
People
happened.
want us to do this one too, this series, the Harvest Moon series, and I can't argue with it.
Yeah, we probably should. There's a ton of them. They still make new ones. It's kind of the forefather of your Stardew Valleys and your whatnots. You know, your cozy farming relationship sims. This is kind of where it all began. So yeah, at some point we probably ought to get around to that.
Yeah.
We should give those people a little bit of fish. Teach them how to fish, not give them fish. You only feed them for a day. You know what I say about that? You feed him. You give a man a fish, he eats for a day.
Right.
You teach the man how to fish, and within a couple of days, he starts wishing you taught him how to rope cattle. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And maybe you didn't teach him well enough, and now he's dead.
Or taught you how to make oven-baked or stone-baked oven pizza. Oven-baked pizza is what I'm trying to say out loud, and I can't. Anyway, there's that. Listener feedback time, everybody. Put it in your hole.
Welcome to the treasure room.
Emails we have received from you. Actually, in this case, a text converted to voice. It's about arcade restoration, and I will play it now. That is not it.
Oh.
What happened? Oh, here it is.
You mentioned you were getting some flack regarding your efforts to repair your father's arcade cabinet and share it with your kids and grandkids. There are two major camps in the arcade community, the arcade restoration purists and the build your own arcade controls crowd. The restoration purists prioritize things to be as original as possible. The build your own arcade controls crowd uses emulators such as MAME, but wants more authentic controls than a modern gamepad to play with. I was a member of the BOCAC forums. I even have the hat. I have been building my own controls for MAME and other emulators for 20 years. A few months back, I finished building a full-size arcade cabinet, running an old i7 with a 1660 Super, and gasp, a 32 LCD monitor. If you have any questions as you work through your build, don't hesitate to reach out.
I like the voice this guy chose to read his text.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So how
intense.
do you do that? Do you do it through an app or something? Or you like say it up front? I've never called into the little
Yeah,
things.
if you go to voicecast.app/playretro, it gives you some options.
Yeah.
You can send just text and we read it. That's fine, just like a regular phone text. You can do your own voice and like leave us a voicemail. Or you can do that text thing I mentioned before and have it converted to a AI that reads it. And then I get that file instead, like I would get a voice call. So that's how, but I'm always notified which version I'm getting. So I always know what I got. It's a pretty cool little service. You guys should use it a lot, by the way, voicecast.app/playretro. It's all linked on our website. So, you don't have to look too far. But back to his point though. I did take a lot of heat for this on YouTube. People are not happy with my idea of taking my dad's old arcade machine, gutting it and putting my own stuff in there. But they're missing the point, which is, which I think is our caller's point. The nostalgia I have for it has nothing to do with this old copy of Galaxian or whatever's in there. That won't. It's not going to work anyway. And if I had the time and the money to restore that board, sure, maybe. But the board's not important. The guts aren't important. The CRT is not important. What matters to me more than anything is this custom cabinet he built with his own hands, his own wood, his own weird fake leather cover thing he put on it. The button configuration, all custom done by him. He didn't buy any of that. He built all that stuff. The things that he put in there, the components, they're all just stuff you got from whoever said it to us, Namco or whoever at the time. I'll keep those things separate, and I'll not get rid of them necessarily. But what matters to me is that I've got that piece of quote unquote gaming furniture, and it's usable by people in my life. I want them to be able to sit up to it and go, hey, your grandpa made, or your great grandpa made this cabinet, and look at all the games you can play. And there's a whole folder in there. If you go in there, that's all the games I had as a kid or whatever. Like that's the unique part, not the Galaga board I keep saying Galaga. It wasn't Galaga. Not the Galaxian board, not the Transformer stuff, not all the ROM chip crap in there. None of that matters to me. What matters is the thing.
Right.
It's a piece of art.
And so you're trying to build something for sharing. We talk about this a lot on the show because I think me and Scott are of the camp of I don't care about investing into a thing for its value.
Right.
Like its monetary value.
Exactly.
I don't care about that. I don't care about when I buy things, it doesn't have to have a box.
Yeah.
I don't care about the box. I want to know that it works, and that if I can share that experience with someone who's never experienced it, or have somebody re-experience something in the most authentic way, that's my favorite thing. Now, Scott has a plan. He wants to share it with his family, so he's going to build new memories for them to also lifelong live those memories, right?
Sure.
And so, do what you want to do. Enjoy the retro the way you want to. Now, if you had some kind of, prototype something that is like irreplaceable.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Scott, slow your roll. This is the prototype for, what do you say? Galaga? What'd you say?
Galaxian, yeah.
All right. So, yeah.
Like the other machine. So I have a whole other sit-down machine that we ordered entirely from Japan. It's sitting on the other side of the room over there. It's a small sit-down cocktail version of Mooncresta, which is a Nitzen Buchu, whoever that was.
Right.
And that thing is 100% their stuff. We didn't do any customization on it. It wasn't like my dad got the guts of it and built it. It's just a full thing. That one, if I was to do that one, full restoration, would aim for all authenticity. I would do what these people are asking me to do. They're just confusing this stuff. Like what you're holding right there.
Upset me when I first saw it.
Well, it can.
I'll say it was a whole gamut of emotions.
I get it.
First it was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. did he tear down? Did he break a good machine? Oh, that son of a.
See, and I don't see that at all. I see that and go, someone made art out of something nobody's using, and I have no problem with that. So, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Just these.
That's a lot. So I understand both sides. But in the end of the day, it's Scott's prerogative, and you can't tell nobody what to do.
Yeah, just keep your weird YouTube comments to yourselves. Those people are hard to manage.
Yeah, YouTube's fun.
Anyway, let's get to that. No, we did that. All right, we did that. Go to frogpants.com/playretro. All of the ways to contact us are there. Emails, voicemails, text, all that fun stuff. So go do it. It is now time for us to talk about our next discussion / game, and that is going to be Harvest Moon. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry. It came from the desert plus ant heads. Amiga turns 40. Can you believe the Amiga's 40?
The Amiga just turned 40 this past week, and I can't believe it. And I've had a couple of Amiga games I've wanted us to cover, and I was wanting to do it during the summertime because I think of the summer as a good time to go to drive-in movies. You know, and remember how all the old
used to be for us. They just shut down our drive-in movie theater, the only one left in Salt Lake.
No.
I know.
But you remember like the old 50s horror films? I was this way before my time, but I just remember that whole vibe of people going to drive-ins, the 50s, seeing those horror movies that were just outrageous giant monsters on the screen. And this takes that spirit, but it's a point-and-click adventure, and it's on the Amiga.
I'm into that. We haven't talked about one of those games in a while, so let's do it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, so this is going to be new to me. Completely new.
It's been on my list for a little while. I hope you're not disappointed.
I might be perfectly thrilled. Who knows?
Perfectly thrilled.
It came from the desert plus ant heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus ant heads.
Now, you can get commercials with It Came from the Desert, but if you want no commercials, you'll pay for It Came from the Desert Plus. Okay?
Right.
Everybody?
Plus.
Another bad joke for you. Take that one and use it all you want. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress. That's going to do it for today. A reminder that we're supported by you guys at patreon.com/playretro. That's right, patreon.com/playretro. People like Micah Parsons, Michael G, and John 426. These are just three of our regulars who've been with us for a while.
John 426.
That's right. Huge thanks to them for being here and being a part of the show. If you want to support us and get no commercials or ads and get pre-show content every week, sign up today at patreon.com/playretro. And we'll even mention your name on the show. How about that? How about them apples?
How about them apples?
That's right. That's going to do it for us. Brian, between now and I guess a week from now, we should play some retro video games. Okay?
I think we should play some retro video games, and I think we should choose some Hubba Bubba, because I'm not a Bubblicious man.
Blow it!
In the menu of life, make your main entree frogpants.com. It's delicious. Delicious.
Strikes the teeter-totter that launches the tennis ball.
Okay, thanks.